So my question then is, well, okay, this is a kind of backwards question, the next one, okay? So instead of giving you the equation of the straight line, what they're giving you is 2 points and asking you for the equation which is passing through those 2 points, okay? So Fatima, can you read out that first set of points for me? So we've got 3, 7 and 5, 11, okay? So if I was going to plot this on here, okay, so those are the 2 points there. What I'm asking for is what is the equation of the line which passes through these 2 points here? Okay, that's what I'm after. That's what I'm after there. Okay. So I need 2 pieces of information, right? If I think back, I've just said that the equation of every single straight line can be rearranged to look like this, okay? So I need to find an M and I need to find a C, and then I'm in business, okay? So really all I need here is, first of all, what is my gradient? So how would I calculate the gradient of these 2 points? We've just been doing this. How would I find the gradient of these 2 points? Good, so I take my difference in my y coordinates. Let's call this 0.2 and this one 0.1. So I'll take 11 and take away 7. And I'll divide that by 5 take away 3. Good, because 11 take away 7 is 4, and 5 take away 3 is 2. So 4 divided by 2, that's 2. So that's my gradient, okay? Now, I've got that bit. That bit's ticked. I've got my m, got my gradient. All I need now is my y-intercept. Now, this is kind of quite tricky to work out what the y-intercept is. But look, I don't necessarily need to find the y-intercept straight away, okay? Because there's two other options I can go for, an x-coordinate and a y-coordinate. Have I got an x-coordinate and a y-coordinate which lies on this line? I've got 2 to choose from, yeah? So all I need really is a point, okay? So I need a gradient and I need a point, and then I'm in business. I can find my gradient, my equation of the straight line. So which one do you want to go for, 3, 7 or 5, 11? Okay, it doesn't matter, so let's go 3, 7. So in which case, what's my x-coordinate, what's my y-coordinate? So my x is 3, and my y is... So now let's stick that into my equation, okay? So at the moment, I have y equals... well, I know my gradient now, it's 2. So at the moment, my equation looks something like this. Y equals 2x plus c, okay? If I need to finish this off, I can stick an x-coordinate and a y-coordinate in here, and then we should be able to work out what c is. So if I stick y in here, I get 7. And then 2 times 3, which is 6, plus c. That's just an equation which we can solve, right? So I get 7 equals 6 plus c, so c must be equal to 1. Then the last thing is, I just need to finish this off. I stick y equals my gradient in there, which is 2, x plus my y-intercept, which is 1. So that's the equation of the straight line which links these 2 sets of points together. In fact, all sets of points together, where the y-coordinate is twice the x-coordinate plus 1. So can you finish off those questions for me? Effectively, the most important thing to get away from this is that the 2 pieces of information that you need is a gradient and a point. Gradient and a point. Now, just very quickly, you can absolutely use this formula here. And if you're okay with that, great, go with it. Okay, and if it works for you, fine. I will show you an alternative formula because it might be slightly easier for some people, okay? And it comes from thinking about this formula for gradient, okay? What I could do is I could rearrange this equation, okay? So I could take this x2 minus x1 and multiply it on both sides, so it ends up over here. So I could get y2 take away y1 equals m times x2 take away x1. You happy with that? It's just exactly the same formula, but just reworked, okay? And then what I could do then is actually, in this case, when I'm working out the equation of a straight line, how many points do I need when I'm working out with this? I just need 1, right? I just need 1 point, okay? So actually, in this case, in this formula, I've got 2 points. I don't care about that because I've already calculated the gradient. So what I could do then is say, well, okay, let's just take my first point. Let's just take x1 and y1, and let's just say that y and x are just general points which lie on the line. Therefore, I get y take away y1 equals m times x take away x1. Okay? Now that there will be an equivalent way of working with this. Let me show you. So I know then that my gradient is 2, and I know that my coordinates are going to be 3 and 7. So I can use exactly the same formula. So I say, right, y, take away y1, which is 7, equals m, which is 2, times by x, take away x1, which is 3. Okay? And if I do a bit of rearranging, I get y minus 7 equals 2x minus 6. If I add 7 to both sides, I get y equals 2x plus 1, okay, which is exactly the same formula as this. So if you prefer this method, if you've seen this one before, that's totally fine. Okay? If you prefer this method, that's totally fine as well. Doesn't matter which one you use.